Okay, so let's jump right into a really mind-bending question. We all know we live on a spinning planet, but have you ever stopped to think, really think, what would happen if that spin just stopped?
Believe it or not, at this very moment, you are hurtling through space. It's this constant, silent motion that pretty much governs our entire lives. And yet, it's completely undetectable. You can't feel a thing.
So how fast are we talking? Well, at the equator, our planet is spinning at over 1,600 kilometers per hour. To put that in perspective, that's way faster than the speed of sound. So why don't we feel like we're being whipped around in some kind of cosmic centrifuge?
The reason is actually pretty simple. Everything is moving together. You, the air, the buildings, the oceans, we're all moving at the same constant speed. It's kind of like being on a smoothly flying airplane. You can get up, walk around, pour a drink, and feel perfectly still, because the plane and everything in it is moving as one big unit. Our planet is that airplane.
But what if someone slammed on the brakes of that planetary airplane in an instant? What happens when the solid ground under our feet just stops dead in its tracks, but everything on it doesn't?
What would happen in that first second is all governed by one of the most basic laws of physics. It would be a moment of just pure planetary scale violence, and it would change the face of the Earth forever.
And that law? It's called inertia. It's a beautifully simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful. Things that are moving, well, they want to keep moving. It's like the universe's built-in resistance to change.
We've all felt this, right? Your car stops suddenly, and your body keeps moving forward until the seatbelt catches you. Now just try to scale that feeling up. The entire Earth stops, but you and everything else on its surface keeps right on going at 1,600 kilometers an hour.
So what does that mean? Well, basically, everything not bolted down to the planet's core gets launched eastward at supersonic speeds. Every person, every animal, every skyscraper not welded to deep bedrock, all of it would just be violently swept off the surface, becoming high-speed projectiles in a global catastrophe.
But the destruction wouldn't stop with just the solid stuff. Oh no, the fluids on our planet, the atmosphere, and the oceans, they have inertia too. They would keep moving with an unbelievable, devastating force.
It would kick off this absolutely catastrophic chain reaction. The solid Earth stops, but the atmosphere keeps racing forward, creating winds so powerful they would literally scour the land clean. And then, the oceans. They'd surge over the continents in these colossal mega-tsunamis, washing away anything that was left. It would essentially be a planet reset to zero.
And if by some miracle anything survived that initial chaos, the new reality would be just as deadly. See, with the Earth no longer spinning to give us our 24-hour cycle, a new, much, much longer cycle would take its place.
The planet would now have a day that lasts for an entire year. One side would face the sun for 6 straight months, baking under its constant, relentless heat. At the same time, the other side would be plunged into 6 months of absolute freezing darkness.
The difference is staggering. Our world, with its stable temperatures and teeming life, would be replaced by a planet of brutal extremes. The sun-facing side would literally boil, while the dark side would freeze solid. Any hope for the ecosystems we know would be completely gone. We're talking about a total extinction event.
So, walking through this apocalyptic thought experiment, it reveals a pretty profound truth, doesn't it? The spin of our planet isn't just some passive background detail. It is the very anchor for life as we know it.
So why does it matter? Well, because understanding what would go so horribly wrong helps us appreciate everything that is so perfectly right about our world. It forces us to see just how important this silent, invisible force is, a force we take for granted every single day.
And really, that's the bottom line. That constant, gentle rotation is the unsung hero of our entire story. It's the quiet engine that gives us our days and nights, that stabilizes our climate, and makes this planet a perfect haven for life in a vast, empty cosmos. It's an invisible force that, if it ever disappeared, well, so would we.